to a new video. I can't believe it's Friday already. It's actually the first day of the school holidays, which I'm really excited about. I slept in this morning. Oh, I love it. Right, I've actually got 3 nails here, but I'm actually only going to do 2. So I'm using the Star and Daystar as the background colours for the 2 nails that I'm going to do. No, it's the blue that I use. And I've forgotten what the blue is. I think the blue is called Guardian Angel. Oh, I've done it wrong. Anyway, look, I'm going to use I've done 2 coats of each colour. And then into that colour, I'm going to sprinkle some Opal Flakes from Nail Sugar. You can save 10% using my code NATMUG10 on Nail Sugar. I'm just going to dab these into the tacky layer using this fluffy brush from Rachel Wilder's. And once that is all brushed in, we can then top coat the nails. When I do hand painted characters, I like to work on a matte surface. So I will always matte top coat. Yeah, I will matte top coat the nail and then work on my design. Just it's shiny top coat. It's got no grip to it. The gel paint that you use won't have any grip to the surface, which is why I like to use the matte. So I think the Guardian Angel one in the middle is the one that I do. We'll see in a minute. Anyway, I've forgotten. What I like to do as well is when I hand paint characters, I will always draw out the design on the nail first so that I know where everything's going to go. It just makes my life a lot easier. And then I will just start to fill the, I don't know, I went back over the eyes. I think I was trying to make them more even. That was one thing I was worried about with this design. The 2 characters that I'm doing are Sanrio characters, and I've wanted to do Croppy for a long time. I just think he's super cute. He's the frog. I think it's a he. It's the frog. It's just too cute. So the reason I'm doing these as well today is because this week in the 6-week challenge on the Newbie Nail Techs UK group is hand painted characters, and this is the one I'm actually judging, so I'm really excited. If you are taking part in the 6-week challenge, you don't have to, this is Friday now and you've had a week to do this, but I'm just letting you know about this now. But don't worry if you haven't, you don't have to get this nail in or your nails in by Sunday. You've got the whole 6 weeks to do all of the challenges. So I guess the last week's probably going to be the worst one because you've only literally got a week to do that. So that one I'll have to let you know, I'll try and let you know at the beginning of the week what that one is, so you've got more time. Whereas this one, I thought it doesn't matter if I share it later on in the week because you've still got just over 4 weeks of the challenge left anyway. So yeah, and it is if you want more information about the 6-week challenge, head over to the Newbie Nail Techs UK group on Facebook. I'll link it below, but the admins there will be able to, all the rules and stuff are in the group, so you'll be able to find it there. But right, once I finished colouring in the green, I'd done the green first because that was the majority of the painting done. Then I went on to the white because this was the next prominent colour. I did cure the green for a full 60 seconds. Madame Glamour gel paints do need a 60-second cure in an LED lamp, so that's why I cured it for 60 seconds. His shirt that he's got is it's stripy, so I'm gonna do the white first because there's more white on the shirt than there is red. So I will do the white and then I'll add the red stripes afterward. I think I'll do that next. And then I'm going to fill in his eyes because obviously they're white as well. This was the part that I was worried about. I thought the eyes are going to be odd sizes. Fortunately, they weren't. Oh, I always panic. There's always something I worry about. I'll tell you what, the worst thing I worry about doing hand painted things is the outlines. The outlines at the end, I always worry about doing that. Some people can get their outlines really thin, and I struggle. There we go. Right, let's going to go in the lamp again for 60 seconds. Then yeah, we're going to add the red of the stripes. This bit as well, I was trying to get the stripes as neat as possible. Don't forget, we are going to outline him. So I'm not actually going to outline the stripes, but I'm going to outline the shirt. So the bits at the very top and bottom of the shirt, don't worry too much because if they're not neat, because we're kind of going to hide it with the line anyway. I think that makes sense. These were quite difficult to do. I was trying to get them all the same thickness. And then again, that will go in the lamp for 60 seconds. Oh, he's looking so cute. Right, now I am going to do the outlines now. I'm going to outline everything apart from the stripes going downwards. I think that you'll see what I mean in a minute. Now, I did forget to paint something on him, which he does have on him. I'm not going to tell you what it is. If you know what I've forgotten to paint on him, comment down below. What have I forgotten? Once I realised afterwards, after I top coated him at the very end, I could have kicked myself. I was like, no. And I could have painted it on afterwards, but I thought, nah, we'll just leave him as he is. So this is the outlining bit, which I find probably the hardest part, because I like to have all the lines, like all the black lines, I want to have like a similar thickness. And sometimes I can't get the lines as thin as I want, which makes, it's a bit annoying. If I make a boo-boo, I do try and clean it up. The trouble is, when I'm trying to clean it up, it ends up kind of just, the gel paint just ends up smudging a bit. And yeah, it was a bit awkward. But yeah, right, I'm gonna fast forward and let you watch me doing this, otherwise we could be here forever, because we've got to do Hello Kitty as well. I'm going to do 2 in this video, so yeah, 2 for the price of 1 today. So yeah, I'll fast forward and I will speak to you in a second. So it was at this point here, can you see here that I smudged it? I must have touched it with my finger, so I had to wipe it off, and I started again. Not the whole thing, I wiped off that right hand side. You can still see by his mouth a little bit that is smudged that I didn't get off. And this little foot I done wrong. His foot is sort of like a little wave at the bottom, and it ended up just looking more like a flat line. But it got to this point and I was like, oh, it doesn't matter, just leave it as it is. I'm going to use a dotting tool to do the little dots in his eyes, just to keep them, that's the only way that I could have made them like perfectly round, is by using a dotting tool. I struggle to do little circles with my brush. There we go. So he will go in the lamp now for 60 seconds. And then lastly, well, it wouldn't have been last if I'd have remembered. There would have been something else that I'd have painted, which hopefully you've let me know what that is down in the comments. I mean, I already know. I'm just seeing if anyone else knows. His little pink cheeks. Again, I'm using the dotting tool for that. Again, that will go in the lamp. And then just to finish off, I'm going to top coat him again with matte top coat. The gel paints don't have a tacky layer, so you can leave him as he is. But if you top coat, it just kind of, it just brings everything, it just smooths it all out. And then this is him, that's him done, apart from the bit that I missed. But there you go, look how cute he is. I think he's so cute. He looks like a referee or something, doesn't he? Yeah, anyway, right, look, we're going to do Hello Kitty now. So it's basically the same process. So I've drawn out the outline, and I'm going to start filling in the design with I do the colour that, the colour I start with is usually the colour that is the most of the design. Is that good English or is that bad English? The colour that's prominent in the design is the colour that I start with. Prominent? Is that the right word? Dominant? Prominent? I don't know. You know what I mean. So in this case, it's white because she's got a very big head. So we're going to fill in the head and the feet and the hands. Okay, so these pinks that I'm using aren't quite the correct pinks. If you look online at Hello Kitty, they're not quite the right pinks, but it was as close as I could be bothered to get. Now, the good thing about the gel paints is you can mix them to make any colour that you want, which is why I love the gel paint. I love gel paints so much. You can mix them and customise the colours. I did that with that darker pink. I added some purple. There's Madame Glam have got like a vivid pink, and I added the purple, and I made that kind of fuchsia-y pink. So for her actual shirt, I used the Madame Glam pink gel paint as it is in the pot. This darker, is this a dress? This is the one that I mixed with that vivid pink and a bit of purple. I mean, it doesn't matter if the colours aren't, identical, as long as as long as they're close-ish. I don't think mine are even that close, to be honest. But it doesn't matter. If you looked at this before you looked at a picture of Hello Kitty online, you'd know that this was Hello Kitty. So I don't think it's the end of the world, So once I filled in her dress again, I will pop it in the lamp for a 60-second cure. Oh, you could flash cure them, I suppose. I like to just give them a full cure so that I know that it's not going to wrinkle. Also, look, I'm adding the bow on, but I added the bow too low down. So what I had to do was, using the brush, you'll notice that I fill in the top. I fill it in at the top because the bow, the bow touches the top of her head sort of here. The only thing is the dot in the middle of the bow was too low down, so I had to kind of make that bigger as well. But it didn't matter. It turned out all right in the end. Ta-da! Right, that's going to go in the lamp. And then I'm going to start the outline. I did outline her bow and I forgot to record it, but it's literally just the same as the rest. It's just an outline. Right, that's going to go in the lamp. And then she needed a little tiny, this yellow that I'm using here was actually a gel polish, not a gel paint. And then I'm using the dotting tool to make her eyeballs. The little black eyes were a little bit on the big side, my ones were. But I couldn't be bothered to wipe it off and do it again. I thought it's going to be fine. It'll be fine, Nats, I thought. And then I needed to outline her little nose. I think it's her nose, isn't it? Yeah, it must be her nose. The line around the nose was really thin and I struggled to do this. I made it a little bit thicker than I would have liked, but it got to the point where I was like, don't keep touching it, Nats, otherwise you're going to make it worse. So I just threw it in the lamp as it was. Then I think I'll do the whiskers. And that's the last thing, that's the last bit. The hardest part was lining up the whiskers, but the whiskers were all kind of different lengths as well, so it didn't matter if they weren't, I don't know. There we go. Oh, she's looking so cute. Right, again, pop that in the lamp, and then we're going to just finish her off by top coating her with the matte top coat. And then I'll pop her in the lamp and I will show you them finished. Oh, okay, this is her finished. And that's them together. Oh, I think that's so cute. Does anyone else like Sanrio? Let me know in the bottom. I was going to do Bats Maru or whatever his name was. But anyway, this is them finished. I'll leave the Newbie Nail Techs UK group link down below. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please leave me a like. If you haven't already, do consider subscribing. It's completely free. God bless. Love you all. And I will see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.